Hello everyone, welcome. Today we are going to continue with the puzzle piece for our puzzle, and I don't really know what to do, but we will figure it out together. There are so many fun patterns to make, so let's just see for a little bit here if we can create the right thing for this one. Oh, hello, Candy. I tried to figure out a thing or two in StreamYard, so I think everything is fine now. Let's see. I'll actually have to create. It's like this at first, just because otherwise I will screw it up totally. Let's see. And then of course do the twist thing here with it all. So let's see, we have this one here, the last one there. And then on the other side there. And then we have one here. So it won't really be a totally round thing, but trying to create a thing or two. I think that will be a good way to start. So I've been busy today over at Vanessa's first, doing all the fun things. And I, of course, want to make even more fun things here today. A little bit of sewing, a little bit of some tackle making like this. And then, of course, another thing or two for the May journal. And then something else, a little bit of gluing or whatever. I haven't really thought it through quite yet. Let's see. A round thing like this. The round things, as you can see here, I don't really know. It's hard to do circles. Circles are fun, and to me they are very happy, and I don't really know what they represent, but they are comforting to me, I think. Let's see, did I make it with this pen before? No, I did not. I'm thinking that the black might be a little bit of another shade. I'm not quite sure. Or it is one of those you have to buy a new pen feeling. And you always figure that one out when you are making or painting or doing whatever with the actual pen that you need. At least it's like that for me. But I have ordered myself some Poscas, some new ones. So have your fingers crossed, and then we will hope that we have some good white Poscas to use for other things. Aren't those a little bit more black? Strange. So let's look into what kind of pattern we want to have. It's going to be, what did I say, 5 by 4, I think it was. And of course there will be a lot of patterns. And there is circles, there are those things. We're going into regular. You know, I do love my circles. And I think I'm going with a cute and fun one, but it might also be a little bit of a tricky one to do. Let's just start. Let's see. I forgot about one. This one though. We'll have to go something like this on this one. Just because to create the whole circle. I'm not really sure if that's the way to go, but I just felt I couldn't just leave it like, you know, cut off circles. So now we start with these kinds of almost like some kind of flowery looking. And the aim for it is just to have with every, I don't know what to say, within every V like this, you go with another one and then create more and more throughout. So you can do however many V's you like. But it's more like, to me, it looks like a flower of some sort. And that is a fun one to have in springtime like we are right now. Let's see, do we want to have one going in that direction? And then of course one can go here. And then going, as you can see, kind of under or going through that other one. So we'll just create a thing here. And then of course going down like this. So in this case, wouldn't it be nice to have some music on in the background? I'm actually going to look into some stream-friendly music for some of my things I'm planning in the future. Just because I sometimes feel like, what about having a relaxing video with some good music that is stream-friendly? It's always good to have some nice music to listen to. So let's see, we'll start another one here. So it's almost like, I don't really know how to describe it, but I can't say it's actually a flower, but it's I can't really say the name of it all. Like, what is it with me today? My brain is really struggling. I think all of us have those days, don't we? Some days are like really. So in one way, these are going into, like, combining into each other. And I think I want one there just because. And let's see, another one here. Let's see if we can create something. I'm going to put a link to my group, Mrs. GG, or if I could spell. My group on Facebook is Mrs. GG and Friends. What is it with the... Oh, I have all my caps locks activated. So, if you want to join, just click on the link and I will let you in the group. So it's all relaxing. Just sitting here thinking about, for me to think about the day, and maybe for some of you to think about what happens today, how to plan out the day. So in one way, it's both relaxing to start off your day with some tango, and also a great way to end your day, like I'm doing right now. So, where do we want to go? So what have you done today, Candy? I haven't really had a lot on my mind, so I really got the time to talk to any one of you today. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know, should I like zoom in just a little bit more for you to really look closely? It's more like Centangle dual art or something, and just relaxing away. Or when having trouble with your stomach, that is not a good feeling. That is definitely not a good feeling. Oh, doing some ATCs. ATCs are really fun to do. So, in some ways, I wish I could like send one ATC to each and every one of you. But unfortunately, it's a little bit too expensive for that. Well, then at least you have a little bit of time for yourself to focus on anything else. So that is really a good thing. So maybe we want to put the other thing. Let's just do it a little bit more further up. I don't know about you, Kenny, but to me, those precious moments throughout your day when you have to just focus on yourself. Those are really, really good. Oh, a really fun one. Oh, we had a lot of fun, me and Vanessa, when doing the prompts. It's really fun. And then you can create all kinds of fun things with the prompts. So where are everyone? Is it anything going on? Like a sale or something? You never know about these videos and lives and everything really. So do I want to have something there? I was so inspired by Rebecca's that is create with Becca in her napkin journal today, or her art book with napkins. So, I actually bought napkins. Was it yesterday? So, I don't know. I haven't really thought about napkin as a thing to use in art before, but Rebecca is really inspiring me and doing something fun with them. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome, welcome. Her journal are so fun, and I love the colors that she's using too. The blue and the purple and things like that. It's really, really fun. So as you can see, these Santangoli. Oh, these puzzle pieces are a children's puzzle from when my kids were small. I think I bought them for my first kid. They are like regular children's puzzle pieces. So I have 5 different puzzles like this, and I just painted them and started to create things like this instead of using the pieces. So no, I think I bought them like my oldest daughter. She is 19 this year, in just a little bit. So I think she was like, it was maybe 18 or 17 years ago, but it's a regular children's puzzle for like small kids. So you might find it in like, I don't know, Walmart or wherever you can find kids' toys, really. But it's a floor puzzle. It's 5 puzzles that you can combine to one, like a really big puzzle on the floor. So, but I don't know. I realized I wanted to save them when we cleaned up some children's things, like, small kid things. And I actually had the thought of, for the first time in my life, like, I want to save this for my grandkids, or, So I saved some things, but most of the things actually had to go. I saved some books that I'm going to use to make journals and things like to cut up and use pictures from and things like that. But other than that, there were a lot of things that had to go. With 5 kids, so there was a lot of things. I actually made one of those big, like, spring cleaning things 5 years ago when we moved here, where we live now. But then my youngest was 4 years old, so we couldn't get rid of, like, all the kids things, all the small kid things. And now when she is 10, she doesn't play with all those small kid things like anymore. Let's see. This one is coming together quite nice. And then let's go just a little bit further up. Is it looks like we need to change. I've ordered myself new white pens and new black pens because you can't get too many of those. Oh, this one is really giving up on me right now. to change. Now, most of the things I have is one, it could be like things I bought, and I'm not kidding, like 15 years ago I haven't really used, or things I've got from friends who, because I didn't make any physical, crafting things before. I made loads of digital things, but I didn't make any physical ones, so I don't really have much craft stuff compared to some. But you are making me buy. I'm not saying like you particularly, Vanessa or Candy or anyone, like you as the crafty community, but it's fun. It's fun, and then it's inspiring. It's really inspiring. Let's see, what about making one new one here? And then coming up here. Almost looking like notes. I did talk about them the other day though. About the, whatever the name was on this one, I did do it, and I wasn't really sure about the shape, but so going down like this, making that one just a little bit bigger. And then using this one to create even more pieces. Even more. So do I want to have a short little one there? Almost like it's growing a little bit there. Let's see where to put it. Put it up here. Going out like this. Just to be able to create a new one here. And then I like to follow this one. And what about going that direction? Let's see, up straight maybe, or more straight than curly. Oh, when thinking about Curly, has anyone of you heard anything from her lately? I haven't really heard or seen anything from her in quite some time, really. Well, when it comes to all these things going on everywhere, I'm always looking out for people and thinking of them and praying for them and things like that. So then we're going to go down with that one just to end with the thing here. Go up to create a new thing going. And then this one. Almost like I want to add some kind of flower to this, but I'm not going to. But the feeling was that it would be kind of nice. Oh, thank you, Vanessa, for reminding the audience. Let's see where. Let's put that one, and then we can say that we are kind of finished with the corner. So I'm going in that direction to create a new one so that we can come down like this. Then of course, maybe what is going down even further down and off the actual puzzle piece there. And then create some new ones. So just a couple more and we are finished with this piece. And then again, we will go and make something else, something fun. I don't know when it was, if it was yesterday or today. I wanted to make some envelope ephemera for my May journal. So we are going to start to do that today. And then I don't know about you, but I need to have a relaxing thing going today. So I'm going to sew just a little bit on the YouTube patchworky kind of, I don't really know what to call it. The blanket that I have. So we will look into that today. And maybe some gluing if we have time for it. Oh, thank you so much, Vanessa. One of those days when it's nice to just not really create anything. I don't know if you have those kind of days. I think I told you before, like I can have a day like that and then just start something. And I think I've shown you a couple of times. I think that will be the final result. We will have to do there. So there we have it. The next piece is going to be puzzle, Santangle puzzle. I do these kinds of things almost daily. And it always starts with me using a regular pen like this. And then I color them in different like patterns, like shades and watercolor like this. And when it's dry, I take a black marker and fill in the lines that I've made with the pen. I don't really know what to do with a piece like this. Hello, Deborah, welcome. But sometimes I take them and I take a piece of them and create an ATC, or sometimes I'm just gluing them in. And I've also made like Santangly art in a piece like this. So it just depends, but you know, sometimes it's just like I don't know what to do, but I want to do something. So these are the things that I usually do, and it's just doodling around really. So it usually starts with me and a pen and nothing else. So I will just show you really. It's a white regular printer paper like this, and just going around like that. It could be that I leave it like this for a day or two or even more. It could be that I take another paper doing the same, like, all scribbling throughout it, like I don't, like a 5-year-old really. And then I go in with the watercolors. So let's see if we can create a thing today. This is printed paper, so I'm not really using much of any water. You can of course do like colored pencils and things like that too, but as you can see, I'm just filling in the different little pattern pieces like this in all different kind of colors. There we have a blue one. Might take a purple. And yet again, I do have water, but not much, just because it's regular printed paper, and I do it on printed paper just because it could be that I'm just throwing it away, just the way that I feel like I want to have a pen and do something, and I'm just throwing it away. So It's like my brain needs a release or something. I don't really know what it is, but it might be like a stressful day doing things like this. And you can use whatever paint you have, or colored pen, or marker, or whatever. A little bit of water, but mostly loads of color. Hello, Donna. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm not really sure. Is it your first time here, Donna? If so, welcome to my channel. I'm really bad at names and things, so I'm sorry if I kind of forgot about you. So this is one of those things where, like, it could really take just a couple of minutes to create something fun like this. And then I save the piece or just throw it away, depending on how I feel, really. So you need some orange. Let's take orange up here. And yet again, you can see all these small little pieces. I don't usually go that kind of small like that, but this particular one I would save up for another color. And when you do the scribbling with the pen, you don't really know what you're going to end up with, and that is part of the fun. I'm glad to see you again, Donna. It's always fun to see people coming and going and saying hi in the chat and staying. And let's see what we can do. I hope everything is fine with everyone. Right, or as I sometimes says, as like, as at its the best it can be, really, because I don't really know everything that's going on with all of you, of course, and it's not really meant for me to know that either. But sometimes there are good days and sometimes it's bad days and more other things. I felt it needed a little bit more of something. Yellow, of course, we need bright yellow. Let's see, we need yellow in this. This is almost like yellow is in more of a green kind. I don't really mind. That. So this doesn't really have any thought behind. It's just a relaxing way of creating something when your mind is like upside down, or have loads of things to think about. So these will dry. These I don't know if I want to actually make the whole thing, but or then I can show the end result at the end of the stream. Maybe if I fill all these in and let it dry. Going in like this. Yet again, nothing fancy. And as I said, you don't really need to use the watercolor. It's just that I like to do that. So let's see, we need a darker blue up here. And one thing I've realized though is that I've had the same palette for 3-4 years, I think it is. But I need to buy myself a new one. So it's really fun to actually use up what you have, so that you need to buy yourself a new one. So let's see. There we have it. So what about the mustardy color? It's kind of a, yeah, I don't really know. It might be, it has a little tint of gold in it, so it might be that it's meant to be some kind of a goldy thing, but because then when I paint with it in like the morning, or when the sun comes and shine on the paper, I can see like it's a little bit of glow in sparkly in this, and you can see it like this too, but it's not really that visible right now, and definitely not on camera. Unfortunately, we do need to have some darker green, or like another shade of green. So as you can see, no thinking involved whatsoever in this. Just painting, having fun. So I'm actually going over. I think I am. So I'm actually going to be a little bit of a thin there to create a bigger piece of pink. You can of course leave one white if you wish. I'm going in with a lighter brown color. And as these are going to be outlined with a black pen, I usually not use the black color or any like a gray. And we do have ourselves some peachy colors. Let's go down here. Let's see if we can go in with a little bit more water. As you can see, I am using printer paper, but it's okay because I have lots of color and not really much of water in it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to go. What about making one more yellow over here? You can of course go in and do some patterns too if you like. As I've done, heart, rectangle, doodle, do whatever you like. Just creating something. Let's see, what about red? Or this, I don't really know what to call this because this isn't really red. It is red, but it's not the Christmassy red, at least not as I think of a Christmas red and a Christmas green. So I'm going in, just filling it in like this. It's more like an orangey red. And we are using, let's see, we have orange there. And let's go, I do like the purple. Let's go in with the purple one. Smaller one up here. A little bit more color. And then it makes it a little darker. Like that. And maybe, let's see, which one haven't we used really? Have we used every one of the colors? I do like the pink though. Let's go in with that one again over here. Sometimes I think like you could even make like a map or something with these. I haven't really figured it out, but my mind is playing tricks on me sometimes, really. So let's use the darker green here too. Just felt it needed that one. A little bit of a really, really dark one. And I think, when it's drying, I know that that won't be as visible. Let's see, 2 more. Which ones to go? I do like the gold, or the gold-ish, the mustardy. So let's go and do that one up here. So there we have that one. And then the last one. I think I'm actually going with dark blue again. Make it a little bit more of a darker one even. Like that. So now it's only a waiting game, this, really, to have it all dried up and doing the next phase. So I will put this one aside to just let it dry a little bit, and we will go on and do something else. And that something else is actually making these cute little envelopes that you can fold down like this, putting it as like a little tuck or gluing it down on a journal page. And I just felt like I needed to make some of those and then embellish them a little bit or something. I am using this one, let's say it's 3 by 5.5, and I am going to cut it down just a little bit. I'm doing it kind of in a strange way, maybe. But that is just because that's the way that I taught myself, making the flap like this, actually just meeting it, folding it down, folding that one up almost to the top where that one meets. And I say almost, it's a couple of, I don't really know, in Europe and where I live we say millimeters, but it's a little thing that, and the size of it is like this, but I don't like it, so I cut them down to, this is like dotted paper, take 2 rows of dots really, and cut them down to size, and the final size is maybe 2.5 by 2, 2.5 by 2, and you can have, if you have strips like this, you can fold them, but I like the dotted look, so that is why I took those out of a little notebook I have. So I'm just folding them up like this and put glue on them, and actually just folding them again down to create a little flap. And you can do, of course, however you like, but I like my faux stitching. So I'm going around like this. Just to have it show. You can of course sew it with a sewing machine, but in this particular case I think it's kind of cute just to have faux stitches like this. And of course that is also the easiest way. I flip this one up and then do the inside like that, first part, really the part that you see, and then going like this in a U shape all the way up. So in total it's a U shape, and then fold it down like this, and then you have the cute little envelope so far. So I'm going to make 2 more of these. Oh wow, oh, I'm glad that you're able to kind of recover from the migraines. I do know that kind of feeling. That is really not a good one. Not a good feeling at all. And yet again, I'm creating another one of these smaller little envelopes. I'll do the other one at the same time. I'm just folding it up so that you can see that they meet up in the middle there, so creating the point of the envelope. And then folding the flap down. And you can of course have the more rectangular shape of an envelope if you like. If you have, you know, the shape like this, it's a more rectangular look. But I do like it just a little bit more of a square. It's not totally square, but it's more square than the other one. So I'm taking the flaps up, gluing them down. And that is a way to also create a little bit of more stability to the little envelope. I'm so glad that both of you are feeling a little bit better. Small step or maybe big step for some, depending on where you are in life. So let's see what we can do for these little envelopes. And the little thing with these are that you can either glue them down on the back side to have them like just a little bit of an embellishment like this, or you can glue them on this on two sides, having them like tucked like this. And the aim for it is to open it up and have a little writing space. Or you can actually put more than one together, creating a little bit of a fun look too. More fun and cute maybe. But these are cute and easy to make, so. And the reason that I do it like in a U shape like this is like if you open the actual envelope, you can see the pattern there. So there we have them. To put that on the side, so you can put these together. Like, you know, you can actually make. If you just want the shape like the visible of an envelope kind of feeling, you can put them down like this, glue a little bit here, and put them down like a tuck. You know, putting it down on a page like this and have this whole thing as a tuck like that. So you actually have the look of two letters if you like. But now we have 4 of them, and I'm going to look into what to do with them regarding my small little things to do with the journal. Let's look into, I think I've shown you the things that we've done. We did these. Was it Monday? I think it was. Or have I don't really know anymore. Yeah, that stitch. I love that stitch. It's easy to use. I think that is actually what we made. I've made this one before. This is Tsunami Rose Botanical Kit. Let's see. And then I prepared a couple of tags. That is what we've done. But I did make these since last time. And as with all of these things, this is growing to become something, as many of my creations do. But we will see where the whole thing ends. I have small bits and pieces. I'll gather them in a little container. I have my full stamps. Let's get them out of here. Let's see what we can do. These are butterflies that I've cut out of scrapbook paper. I was also thinking about how to have a closure on this. So you could put in a little butterfly, glue it down to have a closure. Let's see, I've created some other cute things. So let's look into our trusty, let's see, cut the whole thing down. Let's see if I have something fun from the magazine first to use. I'll just have to zoom you out. Let's see, this one is obviously a little bit too big. Might be using some of the flowers here. Let's see. These might be a little bit too. I'm not really sure. Let's go into the other part of the magazine. I've ripped this apart, so I'll just have to go through it once more to see. And those small little roses might be an option to use. And as you can see, there are a lot of cute flowers in this. Those will definitely be an option. These ones. cute ones. Let's cut those. And this magazine is actually a magazine from our local garden center, and they have this type of magazine every year, and it's free. So you can just imagine, like every time I go there, I get a magazine, unfortunately, but I love it. So, and it has, I've used quite a lot in this, but you can use many different things. You can definitely use one of those. That might be a little bit too big though. I think we have to go back to, let's see what's on the back side of that one. Oh, that is a really nice one too. But I do have more. I do have more magazines like this. Let's see, we will go back to the roses. Where did we have that one? Rose. Here we have small roses. So we will begin with those because, I want to have other things than just things from the magazine. So this one involves a little bit of cutting, but I'm not really doing any fancy cutting, at least not at the first stage of all this. Just doing the basic cutout. And maybe use just a part of this really. But I will cut out all the thing, and then let's see, we'll have to have these two. The other greenery there we can actually throw away. That one we will throw. So let's see. Do we want to have an edge like that maybe and put it up? It could be cute. And if so, of course we need to cut that one down. Can't have that. And let's see. If we want to have it open like this, of course we do want to have maybe a tag or two. And this digital that I'm using is a freebie Friday from Cara Brandon Creations. So this one will be used because this has small little tags and things, and this particular one. So let's see. We'll have to put that one there. Maybe that one, and this one will be glued down. So you just, when it's closed, you'll just see that one, and then of course something on this. When it's open, you can like decorate it all up. Or put another thing or two in it, of course. Or just a butterfly like this. I'll just have to check it out to see the feeling of it. Hello, Jen. Welcome. Let's see, we'll put this one down. That'll be, oh no, that one we know needs to be there to have it secured. And I actually have some field note like stampy things on this. Let's see, where do I have those small things? Let's see if we can use this one. So the whole purpose of all this is to create 4 cute little things to put in the journal. So do I want to have that one, the butterflies really? Let's look into using the little even smaller tag with a bird on it. That might be a thing to use. And of course you can't like put too much on it because it needs to be able to open up and close like this. What if I'm just feeling it? I'm just feeling all the yellow. I don't know really, but I like it a lot. I found a couple of butterflies that I've cut out, so I'll just have to go look into the sizes of these. These are way too big though. That might be a fun one. To just have glue down like this. I think I will do that. Have it a little bit more neutral. So I will put that one down under. And of course, this isn't really, that one you can really glue down, but you have to see that you can put the flap of the envelope down there. Put this one like that. And then you have your little journaling space there. And then something here, more butterflies, even more flowers. Let's see, we'll cut this apart. I do like the purple flowers. Let's see, we do have these roses too. This might be just one envelope, we never know. And yet again, I'm just using the flowers, not the greenery. And let's see, throwing that thing away. Field notes inside. I don't know. I'm not quite sure about the whole flipping. You know, the top of the envelope there. I haven't really figured that one out. Let's do the base on this one first. So let's look into what to have. Can't have two flowers like this. That is a little bit too much. Put this one there so I don't dry out. This one might have the, let's see, might have that one. But if it has, I feel like I have to add something else. And what comes to mind is a little bit of a tiny, tiny piece of lace or something. Let's see, that is a white lace piece. Do have this little piece. Might be a little bit too short though. Do have this one. This is a long one though, but I will cut it to size. This ribbon. We of course have that green ribbon. Now, Vanessa, she knows that I have all these bits and pieces, small little bits and pieces. We could use those, but I'm not really sure. So, what about using the one? Putting that one there. And maybe, I'm not really sure, but I'm going to try. Let's see. And this I will actually sew on, I think, because I feel like, that would be kind of cute. And if I want to sew it on, of course, in this case, I will take it up, sew it like that, and then cover the whole thing with another piece of paper so that you can write on it if you like, even though it's sewn on. That would be cute. Like under the whole thing like that. And when opened, do we need ourselves a little stamp? Or just a cut out of the flower? Where did I put the scissors? Getting more confused here. I thought I had those. Yes, I have. Straight in front of my eyes. Isn't it like that with things? I can't find it. And I'm like, it's right there in front of you. So I think I'm going to have this little cute. I think I want to have that a little bit more soft into the smaller piece. So if you want to open that one, and then put that one under. And what else? What else? Do we need something like that on there? Could be added. With these small little envelopes, we'll never know the end result. Or it might be that I got one of these flowers all for use. It wasn't as easy as I thought. Isn't that where you sometimes is? You could use, like now when I see the envelope itself like this, you could use it, like glue it down and use it as a pocket or something else too. I do like yellow. I don't really know why. because yellow isn't my really favorite color, but I almost feel, I'm almost feeling the urge to create a thing like this. I don't really know why. See if this might be a big no, but I don't know, so I have to try it out. It kind of was a big no. Let's see, can we use this one? Or maybe just glue that green thing back where it belongs. That could be a cute thing. Let's see. We could definitely glue this one down. Just a little bit for now. And then the other little label here. And I'm not really sure if I want to stamp anything on it or if I just want to have anything written on it. But I will definitely have it like this, and I'll just have to think about it for a little bit. And then de-stress it up. De-stress it up, definitely. You can't just leave it, not live life like this. Like de-stress the whole thing up, really. Going to glue that one down, just because of that I'm definitely sure I want to have that. Like that. I'm just going to use the actual, let's see, can we use the, yeah, I think we can use this piece. I'll just have to try something. Oh, that is definitely not going well with the whole creation. Could go like this. Without placing that little cutie there. I'm not really sure. There could be too much. Let's see if I'll just glue that. Not in the middle. Just on the sides. And right there. Have it like that. We definitely need something peeking out or doing something. So let's look into this one. This is kind of a final thing. I'm not really 100% sure, but you know, these things take time for me. Definitely do. And especially this time of the day, like in the middle of the night for me almost. No, not really, but you know, I'm not on the one of those night owls anymore, unfortunately. So I do like that one. I am thinking about distressing it all up, like the whole thing. Do we need ourselves some more flowers? Like just putting it down like that? I'll just leave it like that for now, and I'm like, you know, wanting it to be. I want them to be small, but then in the same way, I want them to be just a little bit bigger. But then I know I won't like them, so let's go with this one. Let's see. I think I like. Let's leave it like that for now. I'm not really sure. Let's see. We do need ourselves some purple flowers combined with some. What about making that pink one and tuck like that? Even though you can see it like that, and then do you have any of your friends? No, they are up there with the other one. Maybe another butterfly or some yellow. We do have these blue ones. I have the smaller one here, and now I have so many types of butterflies now that I feel like, even though I have so many, and I have even more. I have loads of butterflies, but I'm not really sure I have the right one. This one would be nice too. It's a little like glossy, like glittery. Or let's see. This one would be nice. It's a little bit too big though. And you have to be able to open it. That is a shame. I don't want to cut it like, with these. I usually like draw a couple of antennas when glued down, but you can't really chop them off like totally. Just have to look into this. No, that is a little bit of a strange look. Let's see. Nope. Let's just go with it. Putting this one down. Might be. I do have, let's see, I do have this one. And another one of those. I don't really know what it's called. A little plate. It's almost like a plate, isn't it? I did like the way that one actually made it all like come together of some sort. So it might be that I'm using I'm going to glue that one down on the front like that. Leave those in the bin. I really did like this one. Oh, please be a good one. Yeah, that might go. Butterfly explosion, it really is. You know, I have more of where they come from. I have a whole book, like 150 pages or something with butterflies. So, and I haven't really got the time to cut them out. And somewhere where I just, you know, figured out that I wanted those, and I realized like, 150 or 200 pages of butterfly, I need a scan and cut, and then, something happened there somewhere in between. Let's figure this closure out with this one. Somehow I do like the way that those are combined. And I'm not really sure about it though. 3 of these little cuties are made up. The 4th one, are we going to make a butterfly this time around? And then I might even use I need to print myself more of these. I just wanted to try these 4 out, but I know that I need to make more of them. Just going to put this one on like that, just because I actually liked the way that you could write inside of that. Do I have to save that one for there? I think I do. These are tiny, and what about looking into the real ones? I'm actually going to do that. I have a small little bins of everything. I have these Swedish like postage stamps. Might be able to use one of those. Like inside it all. Because this one is a little bit too small, the postage stamp is a little bit too big for the cover there. So let's use one on this one though. That might be a thing. Oh, let's see. Oh, we will take away as much as possible on these. Have them like that. That is some kind of an Easter stamp. This one needs to sit in that one corner now, just because of I don't really know what it is, but I just felt like that's how to be combined in one way or another. I do feel like that one butterfly needs to sit on the top there. So let's put this one down. And let's figure something out with the closure. It won't be this butterfly though, because this one is glued down already. It might be that I'm putting some lace at the bottom like this for all of them, but this one, see, I do have some other of some really small pieces of things. So I think this will be the end result on these as of right now anyway. But we have something going here, so I'll have to put it all aside. And we will of course go back to them. And I will put a picture of it on IG. And of course I will also show you the end result of the journal. As of right now, it feels like I'm only just playing with it, not really putting anything in it, kind of. So I have these two smaller pieces. So as of right now, it hasn't really changed a lot of this one cover and that one. I think we did it with the first one a couple of weeks ago. Tsunami Rose Digital sewed on. A pocket here and a little paper clip. Another pocket here. Nothing there. As of yet to tuck here. I'm slowly building it up. And I don't think I put, yeah, there was a paper clip there. No, nothing here. Let's see. I think I have something back here. This one. And nothing really in the back. This one is, as of right now, I have Tsunami Rose Digital Botanical there, the tuck here. And as you can see, I haven't really sewn it together yet, but I will do that as soon as I'm finished with all the pages. This one is a tuck here. Another page for the digital there, and a little tuck to use here. And then I of course have lots of fun journaling cards and things. Really much another tuck there. And I haven't really done anything in this last one as of yet, but it's slowly coming together. And of course all the other cards and things so far. And the pockets and cards, this one, these. As I've shown you on IG before. This one, this, and then we have a couple more of tags and things and pictures that I want to use. So there is a lot more to go. So this is, I don't really know if it's like a spring type of journal or if it's something else really. But these, as of right now, are cute little like special, I don't really know what to call them, but you can, as I said, glue them down directly on the page. Let's just try them out on the last signature. Of course, not in the specific digit there, but you can put it like here, like there, up in the corner. Have it up like this and have a little journaling spot like that. Or you can put it down here, or like I use it as a tuck. Or you can put it like there, like this, and glue it and use it as a little pocket. Or as I told you before, if you don't want to decorate these, like I did with this one, you can have them put like this, if you just, or like this even, if you just want to have the visual of two letters, then you can have a pocket like that. Or, you can put it however you want like that. Or make even a bigger one like that if you like. So depending on what you like to do. But as of right now, these are the result for these cute little envelopes. And oh, there went my pens all over the floor. All over. Is that a news flash? No, it's not, because that always happens in my Craftroom, even though I'm cleaning it up every day. So, for those of you wondering, let's go back to this one now. Is dry. And we do need to draw a little bit. Drawing thing, kind of feeling like this. And just going around with a pen. Not as bad as this one though. These are totally dry out. My poor little black pens. I wish it was tomorrow even, like right now. Because they are coming tomorrow or Monday. But I hope they will be here tomorrow. Let's go back to the... I don't know how to do it with this one. I thought of one, but I use it like rarely. But I do have a broader black pen on this one. This is like this usual, like my marker. And as you can see, when creating a thing like this, it's just my way of making my brain thinking about something else, really. So up and down throughout all this, whether I will just try to outline all the things that you already filled in. And when doing this, I usually just leave it and then go back and do something with it later. And as you can see, that is a totally different one than the little one I made. As this is just scribbling with a pen in the start. So there it is, really, and I don't know what to do with it, but I have a base for something. I could cut them out and do something fun. And this is one that I did before, and as you can see, I this time around I did connect all the pieces to each other, but you don't have to do that. So depending on how I feel, I usually do one like this. I would say like one a day, but it's not really. Several ones a week, that is for sure. But just have something to do. So let's just finish this one off with yet another way of relaxing and still do some crafting. Let's see. There we have it. This one. I wonder if I want to sew things on it today. We have added. I did Janet's prompt on one of these a couple of weeks ago. But I'm not really sure. I think I want to sew things on it today. I do need to make some new owls too. You know, I've made these kinds of owls before with a little pocket. I do need to make some new ones. Let's see. The thing with this whole this blanket though, it's not really anything that I want to have like specially made. It was meant to be a doll blanket for my kids' dolls, but no, she's made her own. So I'm thinking using this one. And these ones, Vanessa, and anyone, I know I can use them for something else some other time. So I will put them aside. Now I've sewn YouTube kind of logo on just to have it like my YouTube blanket. But I feel like I want to sew that flower. And let's see, do I want to use, I do have a little bit of thread like this. Let's use that one. And my trusty needle. I don't know about you. Do you have like a favorite needle to use? And remember when seeing this, I'm just doing this particular thing for fun as everything else I do. To me, it all is kind of relaxing, a way for me to relax. So I am not a pro, no whatsoever. I'm just doing it because it's fun. And that's the whole thing with crafting, really, to have fun. So I'm just going to sew around this one to have it somewhat secured. This is like cut out piece of something. I'm not really sure, but I'll have to have it secured here, and I rather sew it on this particular one than glue it on. Of course, like use things like fabric glue and things like that, but on this one, the whole purpose of this blanket is to sew and have fun and actually have the courage to try and do something that you're not really mastering. Because I had kind of a problem with that before. I was like, if I'm not good enough on a particular thing, didn't really there wasn't really a thing where it had to be like in crafting. It was if I wasn't good enough on anything, like whatever I was meant to be doing, I didn't do anything of it. Like I have to be a pro, otherwise, otherwise it wasn't really a purpose for me of doing it. And I could say that it took me some years of convincing myself, because in some way, I'm not really a dumb. I did understand that particular feeling and that particular thinking in mine was like the dumbest thing that you could ever think. But it wasn't as easy to get rid of the thought, but I have as of right now. And I do understand people who has that kind of thoughts of themselves, but I won't go back to that again. So this was the beginning of something like, I don't really know anything of what I'm doing, but I want to do this and I'm going to do it, even though it will be like, turning out like chaos. I didn't mind. I just felt I needed to do it. So this one will be sewn with nothing in mind, really. It's some kind of flowery thing sewn on. I will try to connect it, and this I am going to cover the whole back of it when it's finished. I don't really know when it's finished, as in time or so, because I haven't got any date or set on this whatsoever. But someday it will be finished, and I'll maybe go back to something else. I've done this, I think was a prompt thing, or like a thing that I needed to practice something. Let's see, what do I have there? Oh, I forgot to, let's put a flower there, because I totally forgot that. So what to do? Do we want to have a, let's see, have things here. have these. This is kind of fun. These are almost like I don't know when to use them, and now it's the time to use them. So let's put that one there. It's a little blingy too. Let's just use the same thread. And as you can see, and the way that I made the start of this, I just sewed it together. I started sewing it with a sewing machine, just putting all pieces together, didn't really mind. This last row that I put fabric on is sewn by hand, so that could be done too, but I'm not really sure I'm going to continue with that. So let's see, am I going to put that one in the middle somewhere like that, going in the middle like that on this, and then do a bit of French knot, hoping this will work. And that is how I work with this one, really. Going back in the same hole. Let's see. Pull it just a little bit so it's a little bit harder. Pull. Big French knot in the middle. And there we have the sequence. It's a little blingy, so sorry for the glare, but you know. And I don't really mind about all, as you can see on this back side. Oh, I forgot to fasten all the things last time. Just have to cut this one there. Like, as you can see, these are made in totally different directions. This one is that way, that one is a totally different way. You know, I don't really mind about that, and the purpose of it is just to have fun. So for me, I just make what's coming to mind, really. So let's see, what else can we do? I have a couple of more flowers to put on that one, or maybe practice to do some texting. That would be fun. I will change up that one, put the thread aside, and take this. I have a little piece of pink. And then we can do something fun with that. So I've already made happy, happy as you've seen on the tag. So let's see which one of the, I'm thinking this one. Let's see if the pink will show up. It will, but it will be faint. I will try to draw something. This is disappearing ink. And I got it from the Creations by Brooke in her slow stitch kit. That one. I think I don't really know if she bought it on Amazon or if you can get this one on like Joann's or anything, but it was meant for her kit. So I will like slow stitch. I'm not embroidering anything here. I wish I could. I really wish I could. The difference between it though is that the back side will look exactly the same as the front side with embroidery. And I don't know about you, but I'm not that good in when it comes to embroider things. So I will like slow stitch pray here on this particular one. So let's see if we can make this one. Where do we have this is the tricky part when you have the dark background of this with a pen, but let's see. I have the first stitch there. Going in again around in between, like in the actual loop. So this whole thing is, to me, is really relaxing. Let's see if I have it created. No, that was a good thing. Let's see what you have. This is kind of a thing with this ink, really. It's disappearing ink in the air, which means if I'm a little bit too slow when it comes to slow stitching with this, the ink will totally disappear and I will have to do it again because I can't. It has disappeared on me. So bear with me. I do see, as of right now, I do see where I can put my needles, but let's see, we'll have to follow that line just a little bit more careful. And this will be the P, as you can imagine. And in this case, I need to help the thread just a little bit there. Let's see what happened to your thread. Oh, that was my bad. This thread isn't divided into 3. The thread comes in 6 little strands, like small little strands, and if you don't divide them into 3, it's of course a little bit thick and it's more visible, but it also means that it's a little bit more tricky to sew with. And this particular moment, I do need to go back because the thing that I've written has disappeared on me. But that is a good thing with this though, because you don't really see the like the cheating thing here when it ends because it's disappeared. You can like freehand embroider if you like, but I always do it like this. And that is only just because I'm not a pro. And you know, it's to me, it's a big thing to be able to do this. You know, everything could go like totally wrong when it comes to this, but I don't mind. I don't mind at all. To start to create the little P here so that you can really see that it is actually a letter. So that one again needs to be separated a little bit more than just. So what will we be doing next week? Next week I will focus on this week's tag for the 52 tags handmade, really, because I haven't done that this week as much as I would love to. And then we have, do we not have more than that? We do have more painting, more of the May journal, of course, and yeah, many more like prompt games and things throughout the week. And if you want to join on Friends Day on Wednesday, just like message me on Facebook or like on IG, so I can arrange for you to get a link. And that will be really, really fun if you would like to join in. So slowly going over to the R here. And I don't know about you, but you can see that it's a focus, please, camera. P. It says P. It is meant to say P anyways. Multitasking. We do like that, but be a little bit cautious. And I say that just because I know too much multitasking isn't really good for you. I was like mastering multitasking before, but then I totally collapsed and went the other way around. So I'm not really recommending that. Not really. Say if we want to have it. And we see the A starts there. Going around. And this is a way of going like like the egg shape. Let's see if we can create something like that, going in the right direction, so to say, like that. And would it be easier to have like a hoop? Yes, it would, but I don't have it, so I'm managing without it, and it's totally perfect with me. And that is also to show that you don't really need to have all those fancy things. Oh, let's look into threading the needle when it has like 6 strands like this. Let's see, this is totally live. Was it possible? Yes, it was. Pure luck. But you'll never know. It could take like hours and hours, but do we have enough thread for going all the way around? That would be I'm not really sure. So going up again to create the last little loop. And then of course, let's see how we will do this. We'll have to go up. And then down again to create that last little piece of the A. Let's see what we can really do with this. That is the A. And let's see, just change a little bit, going down under this whole thing. And then going up. And this is why it's called slow stitching, because you wouldn't be able to do this, just going this, you wouldn't be able to do this if you were embroidering, because when it's embroidered it has to be looking exactly the same on the back side as on the front. And you know, with this type of thing going, that wasn't even possible in, like, you know, just think about it. Going up again, doing a little thing there. Let's put in those together now, just a little bit. And then we have the Y. I'm not really sure we have enough thread for the Y. No, we don't. So I actually have to try to do that a separate way. But I will definitely finish it off for you. Let's see. I'll have to take some more of the thread and continue the last piece of it. Let's see. I also have to fill this one in just because I couldn't really see where the Y was. It has disappeared totally on me. Going in again at the bottom here. And doing the last piece of this. The last letter of it all. Helping with the other hand. I've done something today with my hand. It's not really sure what it is, but so the letter Y is actually really easy to do, so that will be a short one. I will do a special little thing with the last there for the A also, just because I wanted to really have it show up. Let's see, one more. Going down on the other side. Let's see, where do we have the Y? There. Is it as far as one more? I think it is, really. Otherwise, it will be a totally strange looking Y. Going in and up on the other side, just chasing there a little bit. And then doing the last part of the letter itself. Just making it quick and easy. See, maybe one more stitch or so with this whole thing. And have the whole thing on the right side as well. Let's please separate this one though. And where can I? There. There it was. Stuck there somewhere deep inside it all. One more. Oh, the last one. And then going down again just to secure it all. and shade just a little bit to make this a little bit too more visible. I'm going to do that with the same with these. I think I am. Just doing them a little thicker. And yet again, it is the Mrs. Gigi way of doing this. It's just for fun. So I'll put that one down for now. But there we have it. So, oh, that is not focusing. We've done a little bit of this, a little bit of that today. Let's visit that. It's a little bit too much of all different patterns on this particular one, I think so. It's all little blurry, but we have done anything and everything really. Started out with this. No, it really started out with my third one of the Santangly pieces. This one. We did that one. We did these cute little thingies. Not really finished with them, but you know, going to decorate them some. And doing something. So this is what we have been doing today. A little bit of this and a little bit of that and everything. So 2.5 hours and time for me to go to bed. Or soon, really. Have to talk to my husband just a little bit before going to bed. So thank you everyone for those of you who have been watching today. And I will be back online tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Jen. I will be back again tomorrow at Create with Beckers, 10 a.m. Central Time. And during the weekend, videos I've been running if I feel like it. So you will definitely not get rid of me throughout the weeks. And this type of video live chats like this will be on Monday, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. But it was lovely to have every one of you here. And thank you to all the replayers. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye, everyone.